Okay, welcome to the next video in the systems programming series. We're continuing with this JAM 2, so we're moving on to question number 3. We will write a program read vector that implements a function that reads in a vector from a file and prints the result. A vector is an n-dimensional list of components, for example, a 3-dimensional vector is that. Vectors are stored in a file with one value per line. The first line in the file stores the length of the vector. Each subsequent line stores the corresponding values. So this is just a quick way to peek at the contents of a text file. If we come over here to vector 1, you see exactly the same content, but here they're showing you how to just quickly display that at the console so that you don't have to go into the file to see it. We can make read vector and then specify a command line argument for the name of the text file, and it will produce the vector of these 3 values, the 3 being the number of coordinates. Run without memory errors. You should use fopen, fclose. Do not change the signature. Your program should read the file as a command line argument. Use malloc for your vector. Do not assume a max size. You can assume no number requires more than 32 characters. Hint, use A to F to convert a string to a float. Let's look at read vector. To read a vector given a file name, we start with file star fp equals fopen, and we give it the file name, and we specify that we are reading. And if not fp, then let's throw some exceptions. Now, I'm just going to use fgetS. So I need a string to store the results. Let's say that char star line equals malloc size of char 33 for the null character at the end. Let's say fgetS, we need to put the line there, a max number, which would be 32, and the file pointer. So line should now have the string storing the number of coordinates. We need to turn it into an integer. So let's say int n equals a to I line. Now I know how many components of the vector there are. Let's go ahead and say float vec n. And that's all I need to do for now. Then I want to say for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. I would like to read the next line, so that would be fgetS, line, I think we said key. Now take whatever is currently in the line, turn it into a float, and put it into the corresponding index of vect. I think that does it. I'm supposed to return a pointer to the float, so I should return vect the address. And I think that should do it. So printf usage, okay. And so to do print the vector values, oh, and I'm supposed to populate the size argument with the value of size. I should do that here. So star size equals n. Now size will hold that value. So for int I equal to 0, I less than size I plus plus, print, and I'm going to say what, percent, then I will print percent %f coming from vector at coordinate I, and I think that's everything if I like to null the pointer, and I guess that's the end. So if I'm in the right place, can I now say make? Because it doesn't have encode. So let's just say gcc read vector.c-o vector. Doesn't like something. Okay, so maybe statically allocating is not the way to go. So let's say malloc size of float times n, and then right, and that now needs to become a pointer, and then I return right there. So I wonder if that resolves the issue. Yes, it does. Read vector. Oh, right, and I need to give the file vector1.txt read vector. Oh, right. Didn't do the dot slash, and there it is. Okay, cool. So that seems to have worked, and that looks right. Okay, cool. So we'll end here.